Shalom, shalom, giving our praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai by Hashem, Harakah Kwadash, giving double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutes to all the 144,000 elect men. Yes, Ara, coming back at you with another lesson of Kim. So yeah, man, I was just gonna this is just a report on some news fresh off the press. I just wanted to get some information. What is Remembrance Day? And it comes up. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna ask them, see if they give me any details, because we've got. Let's just ask Google and see what they say. What is Remembrance Day?
Have a look at these pictures.
Right. They don't go into details when you ask Google about Remembrance Day. So let's just read and go in the spirit, hit a couple of precepts. Like I say, this is just a news report. Something is happening. Let's just check out. Remembrance Day is a memorial day observed in the Commonwealth member states since the end of the First World War in 1919 to honor armed forces members who have died in the line of duty. The day is also marked by war remembrance in several other non-Commonwealth countries. Saturday, the 11th November 2023. And have a look at these pictures. Let's observe some of these pictures again, and yeah, just says least we forget. Millions of deaths. There's that 9.7 millions military deaths. Closer here. 9. I just wanted to just curiosity, because you're going to be seeing a lot of this. I was watching a news channel last night. This news channel, one of them very opinionated news channels. They're talking about the poppies. They eat them. They're not very happy, man. They're not very happy, and you could just. But let's just 9.7 million military deaths, 10 million civilian deaths, 6 million had joined up by 1918, and it's giving you the Allies and the Central Powers. So we're getting a bit of history. Mother of Babylon, this is a bit of their history. They take pride in their history, you see. We're not giving a comment either way, but we're just reporting the news, putting on this news, because you have a little thing taking place also this week. So we're gonna get some, see what's going on. What is Remembrance Day, and why is it celebrated? Anything else? Remembrance Day is all about the commemorating those who made the ultimate sacrifice for their country in the line of duty. It is also celebrated and supports veterans of combat. And that's all they give you. When you talk to Google, you ask them, you type that in, what is Remembrance Day? They just say, take a look at these pictures. I don't know what you call that, being diplomatic. You don't want to say nothing about it? Well, I ain't going to say nothing about it either. But I'm going to say, when you just tap it in again, without asking the question, they go into a bit of details. London is held on Remembrance Sunday, the second Sunday in November. It's this Sunday, and I kid you not, we just looked at why it's celebrated. What's happening this weekend? Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, it's going in. I just tapped it in. When is the Palestine March in London? Sign up to the free morning headlines email. The latest pro-Palestine march through London is due to take place on Saturday, 11th November, calling for an immediate ceasefire in the deadly Israel-Gaza conflict that erupted last month. Just like I say, not getting into the politics of it. Just reporting some updates here. So right on the memorial, the when the Remembrance Days. So they're planning that maybe is it going to be a peaceful thing? We know the history about some potential marches. Some, I'm not giving my own opinion, and I'm just giving the what people are saying on the news, that it is a hate march. Some people are saying it's a hate march, and it's going to clash with the Remembrance Day. So what else you got? What else you got? You got Remembrance Day taking place, right? And there's been some incidents already, we know, right, in central London. Ever since the 7th of October, they've been protesting every weekend since then. And it's very heightened sensitivity. There's a heightened sensitivity to this the Gaza Strip and what's going on over there in the Middle East. There's a heightened sensitivity. So if anyone is passing through there, walk circumspect. Any of the Akim and the brothers, and walk circumspectly. There's a and on YouTube as well, right? There's a heightened sensitivity. You know, I ain't giving my comment either, but I'm just reading the news. It is. So what's happening else? He says, what is Armistice Day? It was going in a little bit on one of these news channels last night, and they're very passionate. The E's are passionate about their pop. This is about look. Because there was they had people selling their poppies, and some of those peaceful protesters came up and started abusing them. That's what they're saying on the news. Mystic Day, later known as Remembrance Day, is in the Commonwealth, and Veterinarians Day in the United States. It's the same thing. Commemorating every year on 11th November to mark the armistice signs between the Allies. Yeah, you want to read on, you can read on. That's just the gist of it. We don't need no more. And then they're gonna have the 2 minute silence. And I'm hearing both sides. I'm hearing what the E's are saying, and I'm hearing both sides, and they're saying, held this is the 2 minute silence, and some people are saying, boy oh boy, held each year on the 11 a.m. 11th November. What is it about this 11? Some brothers are into the the numbers. Fill me in on that. Alright, the 11th a.m. 11th November. The silence coincides with the time in 1918 at which the First World War came to an end, and is observed at war memorials and in public places throughout the UK and Commonwealth. So the 11th, and so they're saying, E's are saying, what's going to happen if they don't adore to the 11 minutes or the 2 minute silence at 11 a.m. Man, only one thing comes to my mind, man. Only one thing comes to my mind. So I've got all the information I need. Oh, I tapped in something else. What does the poppy represent for veterinarians? Right, the poppy is a show of support for the service and sacrifices of the armed forces, veterinarians and their families. It represents all those who lost their lives on active service from the beginning at the First World War right up to the present day. Some of us already knew this, but now you understand the passion. They're saying they're lost. They're not selling these poppies anymore. You don't see what the E's were saying. You got these BMP. I'm watching some of them channels, the BMP, whether they be undercover or whether they just come out straight and say who they are. You kind of get a sense of who they are. There's no more passionate people, they're saying, who are willing to wear their poppies proudly anymore. We've lost it. We've lost the traditional poppies. I remember always seeing this. I'm always seeing the poppies, and now there's something else as well. I just wanted to check it out. We're in the time of revealing, and we're using it. doing this reporting on this in this video, just reporting on just a curiosity, but it's prophecy. It is prophecy. What does the white poppy symbolize? They mention all these things, and I'm just catching up on some of their the E's. You got Babylon over there in America, and you got the mother of Babylon over here in England, right? And we live here. So when we see these people displaying these symbols, we understand what it's about and why there's such a heightened sensitivity. Yeah, house divided against itself shall not stand. People are very hypersensitive. You can sense it in the air. White poppies represent three things: remembrance for all victims of war, both military and civilians. All goes back to their pride military. That's what it all goes back to, their pride military. And I'll bring out certain things perhaps in another video, and hit some of the precepts, but you're just reporting on this news. It all goes back to their pride military, the dragon. It's mentioned in Romans 12:12. Also mentioned in Isaiah 27, the dragon, the serpent, Revelation 20, and Revelation 17, and over in America you got Babylon, you got the revived Romans. They're all back, and they proudly want everybody to acknowledge their past. So what's gonna happen when this happens? What's gonna happen, man? What's gonna happen? You decide. What's gonna happen when they clash? What's gonna happen, man? You got people proudly wanting to display their flags, proudly wanting to display their flags. You got a lot of these people, very heightened sensitivity in the air, right? On the same day of Remembrance Day, there's going to be this march. 100 show solidarity with, here we go, Palestine in London. But you got a lot of these women actually displaying the flag and actually painting it on their faces. Maybe I'll show. Look, you got others. What does that mean when you see them painting their Palestinian flag on their faces? That means I'm all in. I'm all in. And I know there's a lot of the women that are doing that. That means that I'm all in. That's what they're saying, right? But Yahshua Allah, we're the sons of God. We don't support either way. We support our Heavenly Father, and we're howling the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yoshai. That's the name, and that's who we support. Ultimately to bring in the kingdom. And that's in Revelations chapters 18 and 21. That great millstone that's going to come and bring an end to all these other kingdoms. Right? Through the power and the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yoshai. We're howling that name. That's who we support. This is just a news report, some updates. We need to understand a little bit more of the history of that of Babylon and the mother of Babylon. And here we have it. That's what it's about. What is it? Remembrance Day. Let me see if I find something else out. So you got the 2 minutes of silence. That's gonna bang on. 2 minutes of silence, bang on. When there's a march, and they're saying the big thing is. I hope they observe. The big thing is what the E's are saying. I hope they observe our 2 minutes of silence on the 11th of November. You decide. You decide. Let me ask a question. Out of curiosity, let me just ask a question. See if I can get Google to yeah. Google's being very diplomatic, man. What does the poppy represent for veterinarians? Let me ask a question. What does the poppy represent today?
According to the Royal British Legion, wearing a poppy is a show of support for the service and sacrifice of our armed forces, veterans and their families. It represents all those who lost their lives on active service, from the beginning of the First World War right up to present day.
There you have it, man. So there you have it. What's gonna take place? Let me read one precept. All right, we'll just end with this. Mark. I'm just gonna read it on my tablet. This is getting real. This is getting real. Enough said, man. Enough said. Mark 3:24 says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So Mark 3:24 and 25, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Oh, what's going to happen, man? That's the question. We've got another precept. Let me read this one too. Matthew 24, just to give a reminders for those that know and for those that don't know. Now you do know. This is what Yahushua said in red letters in Matthew 24:7 says, for nation shall rise against nation, nation shall rise against nation. What's going to happen on the 11th, 11 a.m. on the 11th, on the Sunday? What's going to happen? You decide. Alright? But what does Yahushua say? Yahushua says this: nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And all these are the beginnings of sorrow. All these are the beginnings of sorrow. So this is the beginning, man. This is only the beginning. We know what's going on over there in the Middle East. It's really a spark to what we're seeing right now over here in London, and there's marches all around the world, man, concerning this. Really a spark. Here's the last one. Isaiah 47:3 says, come down, and come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be no more called tender and delicate. Right, man. So this is the beginnings. This is all it is. And I'm just reporting the news. A little bit of history while I was doing this on this great dragon, the mother of Babylon, and Babylon over there in the States. The same thing is taking place in New York and all around the world. But you got here Saturday the 11th of November, and then you got another thing taking place. Right? Is it going to be solidarity? Is it going to be peace? You decide. So shalom to all the sincere Akim and the wife for putting the spirit on me to do this video. So on to the next.